Hey everybody, Dr. Eric Plasker here at the Family Practice Office with a visitor, old friend, new friend, longtime friend, Dr. Alan Nathans from Jacksonville, Florida, one of our affiliates. And you came home, man, you came home. Why'd you come home?
I'm like the prodigal son. I left and you welcomed me back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I've been with the family practice. I started in 2004, and I think I was an active participant, an active member of the family practice for probably 3 or 4 years. And at that time, it's kind of ironic what happened. I never wanted to be in the insurance networks, but at that time, something happened in 2008 where I sent these letters off to the insurance companies, and the next thing you know, I got into every insurance company.
Whoa.
And that's when...
Which we did not advise, by the way.
No, I was never advised to do that in the family practice, but that's what happened. And that's when things started to go kind of batty for me, is when I thought that the grass was greener, getting, inside these networks. I was going to be filled with, these patients, and the insurance companies were going to pay great. And so the opposite happened. And really a big thing that happened to me is that my mindset shifted. And it shifted away from lifetime care for everyone. And instead, I had to kind of mold myself back into the insurance network. But it doesn't mean that you can't have that mindset of lifetime care for everyone and the 100-year lifestyle and still not be in insurance networks. I'm just choosing at this point to back away from that and to develop more of a cash practice. Pay for our services as we provide them. But
you had mentioned something that when you got involved in the family practice and got involved, keyword involved, in the family practice and implementing, it was the best years of your practice life.
It was.
Not just financially, but also, I think, spiritually, fulfillment-wise. And you mentioned to me about the systems and the procedure and the vision. And now we have because we've had a lot of our affiliates come back, people that were clients come back, and we went and we we have the same principles, the same business model, yet we've added this 100-year lifestyle brand to all the marketing and the patient education and pre-day one education. How has that made, in your opinion, what we're doing today even light years better than what you really enjoyed and were the best years of your life chiropractically before?
yeah, I mean, before what you taught me was systems. You taught me how to package words better. You told me how to you told me how to communicate in a way where the people could understand it better. And so that's what I did. And like you said, it affected me in lots of different ways. One of the greatest ways it affected me was in my own home, because I became a nicer person. You know, my practice was doing much better.
Elisa's watching over here. She's nodding her head. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
You know, it just things got better in the house. Things got better in my head as I was implementing things. But now what's different is I believe that the consumer, the community, the average person who is stuck in the medical model of getting their symptoms treated, they're really, really starting to take notice that their friends are living longer than they ever thought they would. And that whether they liked it or not, it didn't matter. It just is happening. And so now with the 100-year lifestyle, it's become a much more emotional connection. And it's so much easier to be able to tell somebody and talk about the 100-year lifestyle and let them gravitate towards it instead of talking about you should be getting adjusted for a lifetime. We all know that, you know, and we believe that. But it doesn't mean that it's easily digestible for somebody. So now people are seeing how to package their words for people to be able to see the consumer how to live to 100 and that this is really happening, and I can be the one to help you do that.
Yeah, it's great. And so just to kind of summarize from my own mindset for what you just said is that we've made it digestible without watering it down.
No, it's more powerful.
It's more powerful. And I think that's the thing that many chiropractors don't understand, is that just because you make something digestible doesn't mean you water it down. We have not watered it down. If anything, it's like bam, bam, right between the eyes. Very impactful.
It's bigger and better, actually.
Yeah.
It's bigger, better, it's more usable. It's much more usable because now, I mean, who do we know that's living these lengths of time? Somebody knows everybody knows somebody who's living this long. It makes the conversation so easy. And,
Yeah.
and all the tools, all the systems, the books, the shirts, the marketing, the campaigns. I'm just getting started, but I'm totally looking forward
I know, you're
to
grinning.
this year is going to be a big year.
Yeah, and you have already a good practice, which is exciting. And so, it's also interesting. We talked at lunch, and this is a very important point, about the difference between shingles and brands. And how in the old days, maybe when you and I got started, every chiropractor wanted to graduate and be proud of hanging their own shingle. And how in the medical world now, and even in the chiropractic world, the brands are moving in. We are surrounded by healthcare brands, and it's getting harder and harder for the individual chiropractor's shingle to stand out in the crowd, or for people to take you seriously or even have you be relevant. How is having a branded, fully put together educational model, how is that supporting you in being able to be yourself
Right.
while you also are a part of something bigger?
I don't know that I need to say anything. I mean, you just said it. And I mean, that's exactly what it is. It makes it so much easier for me. I don't have to, all I have to do is, like my wife will say, just do it. Just implement the systems.
Yeah.
And that's, I may need a little bit of help in the office to do that, just like you have great help here. But other than that, everything is in place. The campaigns are there, the marketing is there, the newsletters are there, the Facebook covers are there. I mean, come on. I don't have to do any of that stuff anymore.
Yeah, and it says how everything builds on everything
Right.
better than ever. Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Well, we're honored to have you back. For those of you that are thinking about coming on board, becoming an affiliate, joining the family practice maybe for the first time, come on, if you believe what we believe and you want to help a lot of people and be a part of something bigger and have your best years, please jump on board. If you're thinking about coming back, Dr. Alan Nathans came back. We've had quite a few people, many coming back. Come home to the family practice, get plugged back. It doesn't matter why you got distracted, come home.
I'd say one more thing. Don't get distracted by the money, by the investment, because you invest in stuff now. People, I'll talk to you. You guys do. You guys invest in stuff now. Why not invest in something it's done for you? This is like already done for you. All you've got to do is implement it. As soon as you start having those first conversations with people, the game changes because they then engage. And if you just stay true, be honest, they come.
Yeah, you mentioned that word honest, and I'm going to ask you something which I think is really important, because there's a lot of companies, organizations that do a lot of good things in this profession and say they do a lot of things in this profession. And we know each other for a long time. The family practice has been around approaching 20 years. What is it about the family practice that you trust?
Integrity. You haven't changed, that I can tell.
A little bit.
But I mean, you haven't changed other than that. The message is exactly the same. That's the thing I love about you. That's what I love about you.
And I know what you're saying. We haven't changed, or we haven't wavered from our vision and our mission. We are delivering with integrity. Where we have changed, we've brought all the technology and the resources into the present day so that it is more user-friendly than ever.
Yeah, and I don't think that like anybody watching this, they probably looked around and done research on other chiropractic companies like this. And I don't know that there are any other that are up to date on the social media aspect of it, at least not the way you guys are. I mean, you guys are providing Sergio, look at the service he provides with getting the websites ready, customized for every practice. The Facebook type stuff, we should all be doing something on Facebook, doing some post, once a week, once a day, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, but you provide all that. Mm-hmm. So you truly are, you guys have stepped it up to a whole nother level, Well, it's like when you said, when I told you in a phone call, and I said I just went into the attic, and my wife was there, and I pulled out all the old system books, and you started laughing. and you're like, you should see what we have now. That's what's happening.
Yeah, it really is true. And you know what? A chiropractor said to me recently, as a Plasko, when you said lifetime care for everyone, you were serious about that, weren't you? And we are very serious about that. One thing we've learned is it's a really big planet out there, and there's lots of communities where we need a branded, consistent chiropractic message of lifetime care. So, that's another reason why, we want to be a part of your journey, your growth and development. And quite honestly, the more affiliates that we have delivering a unified message out there in the world that creates lifetime patients, the better it is for everybody. So it really is the ultimate win-win-win.
Yep.
Well, it's been a pleasure. We're so excited to have you back and to see you fired up. Just looking at your goals, it's going to be a great year for you next year. And for you watching, let it be a great year for you. Jump on board, join the family practice.